Well, hello there. This is Beth Gaff, and I am the Systems Manager, Technology Trainer, and Robotics Instructor here at the Peabody Public Library. So I decided to make a quick video in regards to some very, very basic computer skills. These will help you when you're trying to learn some basic computer type items. I don't really have anything prepared. I just have a list of things I wanted to talk about. So if I'm kind of jumbly and all over the place, that's probably why. So the top four things that I want to talk about today are creating a folder, dragging and dropping, some basic typing skills, and being able to get yourself connected to the internet. So I'm going to come in here real quick and pull up a PowerPoint and just type these in for us. So basically, creating a folder, dragging and dropping, basic typing, and internet connection. Oops. So let me highlight this. All right. So these are going to be the four primary things that we're going to talk about today. However, I will probably be making a few more of these videos just so you can get some very, very basic skills to get you through that are going to help you out. This is just some basic computer strategies you can use. But we could also do that with Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, being able to use the internet. There's a lot of different kinds of little tips and tricks that we can use to kind of help us out. So let's start with creating a folder. Now, when you first get on your computer, the first thing that pops up is going to be your desktop, and that's what this is. This is your desktop. The desktop allows you to create personal backgrounds, and we can do all of that from our settings. So in our settings, we can go to personalization. And from here, I'm able to choose pictures that I want. I can browse my computer for different pictures that might be on there. Maybe I just want to change background colors. I can do that as well. So this is where you would go. And so I will make another video on the settings of your computer and how to use those. But for the time being, this is our desktop. Now, this right here is a folder on our desktop. This is a zipped folder, but it's still a folder. This is a folder. This is a folder. This is a folder. So we have a lot of different kinds of folders on here that we can use. The way you get a folder is by using your right click. If you have not become very familiar with your right click feature on your mouse, whether you're using a mouse that is with your hand or you're using a laptop and using that touchpad, you still have a right click. So if I right click, I'm just going to get a menu. That's right click's only job, is to give me a menu. Now, depending on where I am or what I'm on, my menus are going to change. But because I'm on the desktop, this is the option that I have for my menu. So I'm going to go to New. Anything with an arrow on it, I don't even have to click. I can just put my mouse on it and it will automatically pull out whatever is associated with that. That's what these arrows mean. The arrows mean that there's more to it, okay? So if I want to create a new folder, I'm going to come over here and click on Folder. By doing that, it has created me a folder. And now I can label it. As long as this is highlighted in blue, then I can just start typing. And it's going to type right over the top of that. It's pretty simple. Not highlighted in blue. It just says new folder. That's not what I want. All I have to do is go on this folder, right click, click on rename, which is now going to turn it blue again, and then I would be able to type. Now, what see, it's clearly blue, but now I've lost my blue. So if I start to type, it's just going to add letters to that. So I have a couple of different things. I can either backspace out all these letters from my keyboard and then type in what I want, or here, let me get out of it here. Or clicking on rename, or I can highlight it. So if I'm out of here, I can come in here, left click, don't let go, and drag it, and that's going to make it blue as well. So now I can just start typing. But if you accidentally push it and you now have letters instead of that blue, you can just backspace all that out and type in what you want. Okay? So that's how I create a folder on my desktop. Now I'm able to pick this up, drag it, put it wherever I'd like. Okay. Now let's say that you want to create a folder in a folder. So for instance, we have a documents folder that's here. We have a pictures folder. This is my desktop, which is also going to show me everything that's on my desktop folder wise. So that test is on there now. So let's say that I want to put a folder in my pictures. I can do that a couple of different ways. I can come up here where it says, well, typically there is a create on here, but I don't see it. Actually, let's go in here. Okay. So we're going to just do it the same way. So we're going to right click somewhere in here, go down to new, folder. There's my new folder. It's highlighted in blue, so I can just type what I want in there, and that all still works the same way. So if it's not highlighted in blue and you want to type, you can just backspace all the letters out. I can hit enter, or I can click out of it, and now I have to tell me what folder. Now this one it won't work on because it's a zipped folder, and we'll talk about zipped folders later, but for the time being, just to get them in, so now I can let go. And now I'm going to do it again. Move to test. Yes, that's what I want. Now I'm going to do it again. Move to test. That's what I want. Now if I open this up, all three of my images are now in there. Okay. To get rid of a folder, I'm going to right click on it and I'll just push delete. And it's gone. That simple. So I think we've been recording for 8 minutes, and in 8 minutes you've learned how to create a folder and you've learned how to drag and drop. Getting yourself connected to the internet is going to be done through your settings. So if I go to my start and I go to my settings, actually it's done one of two ways. I can go to network and internet, and from here I would be able to connect. But the easiest way to do it is to come down here. Actually, this is my internet here. Sometimes we'll have a little world here, other networks and internet settings. This is going to tell me because, here, show available networks. Okay. I'm wired in right now, so it's automatically pulling it from the PPL internet. But if you had wireless, then you would be able to click on show available networks, and it's going to list them all up. And then you'd be able to push on whichever network you're trying to use. So This isn't a real great example of getting connected to the internet because I'm wired in. But there's a lot of different ways that we can access it from multiple devices. And the last thing I want to talk to you about real quick is basic typing. So if you're not very good at basic typing and you want to get better and stronger, the best way to do that is to come into your search. And most people use Google, so I'm just going to go to Google. And I'm just going to type in learn typing. And I'm going to push enter. I'm going to get a lot of different hits on different typing that I can do. And most of these are all free. So let's just go to the first one. Here you can say whether you're a beginner or an advanced. We're going to click on beginner. What's nice about this one is that it has videos to get you kind of going. So let's see what she's got to say.
Welcome to the beginner exercises. This is where you're going to lay down a solid foundation to an amazing future as a touch typist. You'll be typing real words and phrases by the end of this lesson, which has been divided into 2 easy parts. In fact, you'll be typing real words before you get to part 2. Okay. I don't want to waste any of your time, so here's some quick tips to get you started. Number 1. Read the instructions first. Bet you didn't see that coming. Number 2. Begin by learning the correct finger position. This will help you create motor memory so that eventually your fingers will be going to the correct keys, automatically. Number 3. Work through the lessons in order. In other words, don't cheat yourself by thinking you can do things your own way and still lay a solid foundation. And here's 2 bonus tips since you're still listening. Number 4. For quick progress, practice 5 times a week for 30 minutes each session, or 2 15-minute sessions, and always do each exercise line 2 times. And number 5. For typing success, when you focus on accuracy, speed and confidence will naturally come. Alright. There's no time to waste. Please check out the video below on home keys and correct finger position. Do this and you'll be well on your way to becoming a fast, accurate and confident typist.
Okay, so that's just one of the many that are on here. There's a video here. Once you get down to the bottom and you've completed all of this, then you're going to push on progress and you'd be able to go to the next lesson. You just want to follow along and do what they're telling you to do. And this, again, is, let's go back. One more. This is that learntyping.org. So you can just type in learn typing on Google and you're looking for learntyping.org, and this takes you through step by step. So these were just some really quick tips and tricks to get you going on some of those basic skills. If you have any questions for me, you can know where to find me. All my information is right here in the class. So this is just a 15-minute video just to kind of get you going kind of quickly. And I always love the comments and feedback and anything else that you would like to learn. Hey, thanks so much for being a part of this today, and make sure you share it with your friends that are maybe struggling, and I'll have some more tips and tricks for us very, very soon. Hey, thanks so much. Bye.